Welcome, Story Hour friends. We're so glad you're back this week on our virtual trip around the world. So get ready for a reading journey through the woods with Hansel and Gretel. And then we'll see some friends make a miniature candy cottage just like in a fairy tale. Because this week we're going to Germany. This is the place where many of our favorite fairy tales were written down. And you can head over to one of our Town of Porter libraries to pick up some of your favorite fairy tale friends and get your story hour in a bag for this week with everything you need to make your own candy cottage picture.
Hansel and Gretel, written by Helen Anderton, illustrated by Stuart Lynch. Crammed in a house with no room to spare lived Dad, Hansel, Gretel, and their stepmother Claire. They all were so hungry with nothing to eat except for brown bread, their one special treat. One day Claire told Dad what she would do. "I'll go to the woods and get rid of those two." So she marched to the woods with the children behind, but Gretel left breadcrumbs for them to find. Then Claire crept away, and they filled up with dread. They looked for the crumbs, but found birds instead. Poor Hansel cried out, "We'll both starve out here." He shivered and shook and whimpered with fear. But then through the trees they spied something sweet, a gingerbread house all covered in treats. They chomped at the roof and chewed at the floor. They munched down the chimney and wolfed down the door. Then out came a witch, so ugly and green that when Hansel saw her, he let out a scream. "Oh, don't be a whip," said Gretel in shock. He said, "But she's gross. She smells like a sock." "You ruined my house," said the witch, feeling sad. "My face may be ugly, but at least I'm not bad. I spent my life baking. It was my one dream to live in a house all covered in cream." The children felt guilty, for mean she was not. As the witch ran inside, they worked up a plot. They nibbled the roof and chomped at the wall. They guzzled and gulped till a castle stood tall. Then out came the witch, and they worked as a team. It needs just one thing, swirls of whipped cream. When it was finished, the three made amends and all lived together in the castle as friends. The end.
Now it's time for some fairy tale jokes. How did Jack know how many beans his cow was worth? He used a calculator. What did the sea say to the little mermaid? Nothing, it just waved. What kind of pet did Aladdin have? A flying car pet. Which is the coolest fairy tale? Goldilocks and the Three Burrs. Why can't Cinderella play soccer? Because she's always running away from the ball.